Well, week 17. Um, Let me see. I'll start with Vegas. Vegas. The first couple weeks is really researching them, researching some of their work, um, the events they've done. I have 2 weeks of contacts I've done for them. Pretty positive feedback so far. No quick hits, but that's expected. There is a learning curve there. Um, but I'm pretty excited. We got some interest in some golf and a couple other little sports tournaments. Vegas has a lot of stuff, and there is somewhat of a monopoly there. So learning that, learning who the players are, learning to actually who to contact to um, is a big positive, and I think I've learned that. I've talked to a couple of facilities. They're going to be opening soon. I think there's shots. I think there's a good shot at golf. I actually think that they're going to pick up a golf tournament. Um, Florida, we're still pounding away. Always good in Florida. A lot of positivity there. The ownership, his management team. We're still pushing. He still wants to push the marketing in. Well, all three of them do actually. So there's a lot of that on, across many platforms. Between here, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a huge help. There's a lot of players on LinkedIn. So if you want, to get to know somebody, or if you want someone to get to know you or who you represent, that's a good place to start. LinkedIn has been real helpful in that. I like tracking, the numbers. With certain videos, it seems the more storytelling, the more people type videos seem to get the biggest hits and the biggest responses. Ironically, Vegas is getting hits out of Arizona and California. I had someone reach out from California the last couple of days, a racetrack, and then someone that's setting up shop there. Where they're going to go, what they're looking for. There's a lot of me out there, so there's a lot of people out there looking for information. That's the biggest thing is everybody wants to know what you're doing. And it seems like when I get involved with certain groups, everybody wants to know what I'm doing. So I try to show without showing, you know what I mean? Obviously I don't name names or anything like that, or areas I'm trying to develop, although I do think like industry community wise, uh, the more of the bar that you raise, the better the industry community gets. And security is one of those industries that, improvement's always good. You don't ever want to backslide. Me, I actually want to go to Vegas or Michigan. Michigan meeting, we had it today. Great meeting. Always great with those guys. Huge future, a lot of possibilities. Getting a lot of hits. They come in chains. We just got to develop them. Not everything that comes in a hit is ready to be developed yet. A lot of it's timing. The other thing I say is like the building of relationships. Just because there's a lot of companies out there, people like to sit back and watch. And that's why I say, social media is super important for security companies or people in the security industry because, the more information that people can divulge, the better idea they have on who you are or who you represent. So that's what I try to do is, try to put that big foot forward. So Michigan is doing well. I said Florida, we're pounding away. Keep, developing all the way across the board. Pushing there, although I don't like to say security is a product, because we're really selling time and space. Try to push it as best as we can. I'm okay. Believe it or not, I've become accustomed to the 18 to 20 hour days. I do got to stay out of my head. I admit, I miss her. Jackson too. That's kind of two heartbreaks at once. Um, I can't sit on it, because the more I sit on it, the more it hurts me. It doesn't hurt anybody else. Um, people have pushed on, people have moved forward. So it doesn't do me any good to kind of sit on it. I just have to learn to keep it positive, somehow. Biggest thing is, like I said, staying out of my head. So, you know, um, I hate to say that. I guess the more time goes by, the better I get at it. I do, instead of working solidly, the 18, 20 hours, I do try to take a couple blocks to either, you know, move around a little bit, um, take care of other stuff, or even try to nap, instead of trying to fight it. Although, even in my dreams, I'm in my head a lot, so it doesn't really help. So, I mean, it's just, I guess, I just have to find that key, that allows me to, keep on keeping on. um, I wanted to be a little more poppy, I didn't want to, you know, I do what I do this for. It does tell a story, and like I said, you know, um, kind of like a diary, I suppose. So like these videos don't necessarily go anywhere else except for sometimes Facebook, sometimes, mostly just YouTube. And, same thing with like the YouTube shorts, where it's more specifically about me, I kind of use those for those because they're only like little minute things, you know what I mean? And it allows me to say some stuff that, I don't want to say here because, I got a lot on my shoulders as far as, knowing my life, but, the people that I represent. So I have to do it. I have to put the time in. I have to put the research in. Mondays and Tuesdays, besides the meetings on Monday, they're big research days. If I don't do the research, then the rest of my week I'm playing catch up. So I can't really think about me in those times. And I guess that's why the shorts are always like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Because if I feel that I have to get something off my chest, I usually use that minute to do so. But that's it. We're already at almost 8 minutes again. I didn't want us to do this long, but we're going to do it in one take. So that's it. Week 17. Hopefully 18 I'll be a little more positive.